Where's your dad?
He's a free agent.
Talk to your dad. I'm not
He's a
talking to
free
the boy.
agent. You asked.
Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop?
You asked.
All right, this is a disturbing video. We could do an hour on this, folks. LeVar Arrington, I'm going to start with you. Will Cam prove his doubters wrong next season?
I mean, it doesn't matter if he proves his doubters wrong. I mean, because he's always going to have doubters. And that's just what it comes down to. No matter what Cam does, Cam has been one of those polarizing figures that people love to doubt him. People love to criticize him. People love to have something to say about him, probably because they could never beat Cam. I mean, when you look at him, he's a good-looking dude. He handles himself well. Has he had a few checkered moments? Sure he has. Who hasn't? I just look at this video, and I look at the topic and the subject line, and it's kind of like the same exact thing. It's a misunderstood situation. What will Cam be next year? If he gets on the team, Cam will be a positive contributor and leader to the team. When I look at that video, it goes viral. I saw how many people were upset about it, and the kid is this, and why did Cam respond that way? Well, let me tell you something. If you are around these millennials, and I mean the super generation X, Y, and Z millennials, they different. These babies different. They just come from a different way. They handle things differently. So if that shocked you and that scared you, it's because you're not around these babies enough. Cam is around these kids all the time, all right? I'm a high school football coach. I do 7-on-7s. I do camps. I do youth camps. I'm around these kids. We're around each other all the time. I get into a debate discussion with dudes like this all the time, where you will look at the tone of it and the expectation of what you think a young man should treat in reverence of an adult, and you'll be mortified what you thought you saw, the content and the context of it. But the intent, if you're not there, if you're not around these kids, if you don't understand who they are and where they come from and how they communicate, which Cam does an excellent job of being able to relate and be around these young men and impact them in a way because he's able to be with them, not somebody that's on the television that is untouchable. So when I saw that, and I thought to myself, man, so many people were upset with the kid. So many people were upset with the way Cam responded. No, it's the intent. They were interacting. That was an interaction. Did it get caught up and blown up and put on social media? That's what everything does. That little kid probably looked at that joint and was like, man, like I went viral off of talking trash with Cam Newton. That was it. Not I disrespected Cam Newton. Not I told Cam Newton he wouldn't be anything and he ain't this and he's a free agent this and he's a, it's the culture of what these camps and these 7-on-7s have become. And if you don't understand the content and the culture of it, you should probably reserve your opinions until you hear a response from Cam Newton. Like him saying where your daddy is, he's sunning him. Him saying he's a free agent is his response. It's the same exact approach to looking at Cam's career. He will always be a misunderstood figure, but yet a positive figure to those who are close to him.
Chris, I'll let you go next because I disagree vehemently with LeVar. So
I like that.
I'll let you go
Yeah,
first.
now, LeVar, you've gone all kumbaya on us now. I mean, look, I get it. These millennials are different. That was disrespectful. And when Cam, I think Cam didn't expect, like the kids obviously calling him out, and he didn't just say, you're going to be a free agent. He was saying I don't even know if I can say it on TV, but he was calling him out, saying basically you can't play no more. Your game is weak. And I think Cam, in stepping to him, figured the kid's going to lighten up. I'm just playing, because you step to a kid like that, you're a superstar, and you think he's going to give you the respect you deserve at your own camp, no less. And I thought Cam, look, nobody liked hearing Cam say, I'm rich. All right. You don't have to put him in his place like that. But overall, I think Cam handled it well. And I think when Cam was saying, where's your father? He wanted to address the father, like with strength. Like, I think, because I would have been in that situation, I would have done it. I wouldn't know, you don't want to, he's not going to say anything negative to the 15-year-old kid, but I bet you if his dad was there, he would have been like, yo, control your boy. All right, I'm trying to help. I'm opening up this camp to these kids to help them. And he's coming in here disrespecting me like this? You better handle this.
You can't.
And so I'm not giving this kid a pass. Look, he's 15. Yeah. He can obviously learn from it, move on. It's not the end of the world. But to show that type of disrespect to a professional athlete at his camp, it just shows me if the kid, to your point, LeVar, is sitting there like, yo, I went viral, and not thinking, man, I disrespected Cam Newton, this great black athlete, then that's a problem too. He should be looking at it like, you know what, that wasn't cool. And his coach saw it in the video that Cam posted later, and it was just unfortunate. I thought Cam handled it well for the most part. Can I answer your question, though, J-Mac, about Cam proving his doubters wrong next year? Unfortunately, I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he'll get the chance. I mean, where is he going and being handed the starting job?
Yeah, he's probably going to have to be a backup. Yeah.
New England.
I don't think.
I thought this year Cam was going to go to New England, lead them to the playoffs, and either have a long-term, you know, a few years with New England, or set himself up to get signed elsewhere. Because Belichick and McDaniels, what they do is they put their quarterback in the best position to make him succeed with his strengths and skills.
Yeah.
They tried to do it for Cam, and you saw Cam I think he's just taking too many hits, guys. He's carried the ball over 1,000 times. No other quarterback's ever done that. And we know they let the defensive players hit him like he was a fullback. And so I think that it's just taking its toll on Cam. He's not going to be any more motivated this offseason than he was last offseason. He's not going to be able to work any harder this offseason.
A star at Penn State who was in the NFL, made a lot of money, and learned from them. I mean, I've been at Fox probably 4.5 years now. Every time I'm around Joe Buck, Colin Cowherd, Carissa Thompson, any of the big stars at this network, I'm a sponge. I'm trying to learn. Chris Brossard, when he's out here in L.A., I'm just learning from him. I'm asking him questions. How do you become a pro in TV? Like, I don't know what this kid's thinking. And I think LeVar asking to talk to his dad was going to be like, yo, you should be ringing this kid's ear and apologizing to me, because every time I toilet papered a house when I was a young kid and my parents found out about it, I had to go and apologize to the parents, and I had to write a letter. And, like, I know the millennials are different, LeVar, but come on, man. This is not how young kids should be acting around guys who they could learn a lot from.
Again, and I didn't know if you were going to respond to if he's going to be an impact next year, if you wanted to take that before I jumped in on it.
He's a backup, but I like this angle more. I like this angle.
All right, well, when I look at that video, again, you got to take this into considerations. I've run a ton of camps, run a ton of youth-driven events. If that kid's disrespect was real, Cam wouldn't have been asking, where's your dad? Where's your dad? They would have found his parents. He would have been walked off the field. If it was a real, like, conflict that was taking place, like where it was like this kid is really challenging me on some physical type action, and the disrespect is to the point of where we need to take this kid off the field and we need to find his parents. That's not what Cam was doing in that moment. Cam was engaging trash talk just like the young kid was. And listen, I get it. Respect your black star quarterback, Brossard. I love when you have those angles because it's unique. I love J-Mac, you saying, oh, he won the Heisman. He was a top draft pick. He was in the Super Bowl. That's wonderful. but people value things differently, and people express and show their value and the way they feel about things differently. His way of expressing